Welcome back to the channel. My name is Thomas Fletcher and I'm the host of the LCSW network. If you're new to the channel, please do me a favor by smashing that like button, by subscribing to the channel, and by sharing this video with your social work colleagues and friends. The purpose of this channel is to create a community of hope and support where social workers can come for relevant news, information, and inspiration. Welcome back to Self-Care Saturday. Welcome back to Season 3, Episode 32 of our Self-Care Saturday series. So we are back to review another excerpt from my book, Self-Care Tips for Social Workers and Other Licensed Mental Health Professionals, now available on Amazon in Kindle and paperback formats. All right, so in today's show, we will be reviewing an excerpt from Chapter 26 on mindset. Okay. So in this chapter, we will be talking about mindset. Yes, we will be talking about the importance of cultivating the mindset, which is sometimes referred to as the growth mindset. It's also sometimes referred to as the abundance mindset. This is not going to be a long lecture, but again, you can think of this as continuing education. There is a Stanford University professor who first discovered or developed what we now call mindset. Her name is Carol Dweck. In her research, she found that mindset is the aspect of our beliefs about whether our intelligence is either fixed or has the potential to change and grow from experience. See. As I was preparing for this talk, I also looked at the definition of mindset in Oxford and Cambridge dictionaries. Oxford defines mindset as a set of attitudes or fixed ideas that someone has and that are often difficult to change. Cambridge defines mindset as a person's way of thinking and their opinions. Essentially, both talk about beliefs and attitudes about intelligence or beliefs and attitudes about how we think. I think that this is important for us as social workers and other mental health professionals, especially in the context of the present day. Over the past 2 years, we have lived through this global pandemic that has caused so much stress, economic devastation, loss of life, businesses closed, jobs lost, evictions, people falling behind on their mortgages and not being able to pay their rent, food insecurity, housing insecurity. Because of these psychosocial factors, our workload as mental health professionals, whether we are LCSWs, psychologists, MFTs, has gone up through the roof. The demand for our services is off the charts, and many of us are working much longer than 40 hours a week. Many of us are working 50, 60, 70, and some of us are working 80 hours a week. Ideally, we should be checking ourselves for burnout and compassion fatigue. Mindset. I'll read one more passage here. So over the past 2 years, between my civilian position in the Department of Veterans Affairs and my uniform position in the California Army National Guard, it's been nonstop. I think what has helped me during these 2 years has been developing and cultivating a growth mindset, as well as an abundance mindset. I have always thought of myself as a lifelong learner. I think that's an important aspect of cultivating a growth mindset. We never stop learning, and I know that I'm preaching to the choir because as licensed professionals, we are required to keep up on our continuing education. 36 hours every 2 years for LCSWs, and it's pretty much the same for other licensed professionals. We know and understand that we have to continue growing our capabilities as professionals. But I think that it's also important that we carry that over into our personal lives as well. It's very easy to get stagnant in our routines. One of my mentors, his name is Dreamer, also works at the West Los Angeles VA campus. He's a wise man that I respect and love like a second father. I remember years ago he told me, he said, "Tom, make sure you break your routines. For example, if you brush your teeth with your right hand every day, try to switch it up by using your left hand. Or if you drive to work one route every day, try to switch it up and use alternative routes." For years he's told me to change my routines, and honestly for years I didn't understand what he was trying to tell me. I understand it now. In his own way, he's been telling me all these years to keep growing, to keep learning, to not get comfortable in my status quo. And you know that we do get comfortable, and we do get stagnant in our comfort zone. And that's a fixed mindset. Here's another example of a fixed mindset. If I fail at something, I'm not going to try it again. No, when we fail, that's an opportunity to learn from what went wrong. A few years ago, I listened to an audiobook about Thomas Edison. And here's one example that demonstrates that Edison had a growth mindset. Rather than giving up after thousands of experiments, actually tens of thousands of experiments for developing the light bulb, like most people would have, he used each failure to keep learning what would work. When he finally figured out the right formula for that light bulb that went on to change the world, he wrote, and I'm paraphrasing here, that he figured out 15,000 ways of how not to invent the light bulb before finding the one right way to make that working light bulb. We have to have and use that same growth mindset. So I'm going to stop reading from the book. So that's an excerpt from my book on minds. That's the chapter on mindset. So I really think it's important that we look at our own mindset. Again, we're past 2 years into this global pandemic. We're all working to the limits, and we all have to focus on growing as people, not just as social workers, not just as licensed mental health professionals, but we have to keep growing as people. So that's our Self-Care Saturday talk for today. Mindset. All right. Well, I'm going to stop right there, and I want to thank you all for watching this video. For all the social workers and other licensed mental health professionals, thank you for the work that you do every day, for your clients, for your agency, and for the profession. Please continue to support each other and yourselves. Bye for now.